All right, so excited to be here. Thanks everybody for joining us. Hopefully it's a great learning for everybody. Whatever, if you are looking for a new job, or maybe you just want to level up, or maybe someone new just trying to looking for a first job. So let's get started. I want to ask, did anyone scan the QR code? No, nobody. Serious? Anyone? Nobody. Wow, my swag I can't give away. Okay. So please scan the QR code and join us. Follow our community. Help us to spread the word. Hopefully, we can have more sponsors. Bring us more nice swags. Who is the first one to scan the QR code? You did. Okay. You did as well. Yeah. So thanks, Confluent. Also bring us some nice socks. Okay. We got also one of the good, I don't know what it is. You need to join us to learn, and towards the end, we have a quiz time. If you pass the quiz correctly and also fast enough, we'll be on the top. The first one, you got the choice, okay? And who are the first two? Scan the QR code. Here you go. You are too late. Okay. Ask a question, okay? We're gonna swag is waiting for you. Okay. A little bit of myself. How many of you have never met me? Never. How many of you first time here? You? Yeah. First time join us. Join our event. Oh, quite a few. Yeah. Thank you for joining us. So a little bit of myself. I consider myself as a cloud engineer. Okay. And you can think about I shifting my focus to Kubernetes. So I'm a Kubernetes guy. Now I think I have successfully transformed myself to be an AI engineer. Okay, follow me. Yeah, there are how many? Almost 51,000 people follow me on the way to learn cloud, to learn DevOps, learn platform engineering. Now more focus on learn AI. I'm also keep actively learning AI. So at some point, I'm literally a part of all the cloud community. I did all the Kubernetes certifications. I'm actually the first one to be fully certified. I got the, have anyone seen me wearing the blue jacket? The cubes, you know? Yeah. Yeah. If you pass all AWS certification, you get the, what's this one? Astronaut badge. Okay. If you pass both of these, you get the blue one, all Kubernetes, all AWS, you get a Kubestrom title in a Kubestrom badge, okay? That's a lot of stuff to learn, but a lot of people already featured on our global map, okay? What I'm trying to say is I encourage everybody to continuously to learn anything new, potentially can help you to find your next exciting job. Or maybe, keep your job. Otherwise, we are living at the time is pretty challenging. The AI continuously to taking over more and more people's job, or maybe your peers took over your jobs, right? Seriously, yeah. Someone better leveraging the AI can take over your job. Yeah, we don't need so many people. So I love to learn. I just showcase my badges. I collected a lot of the digital badges across all different cloud. And which cloud I didn't do? Well, pretty much all the major cloud. So continuous learning does help you. But one thing, you don't have to do certification. It's so expensive. That's why I spend a lot of time trying to find the discount code for all different certification, trying to help more people to save money. If you scan the QR code earlier, you should be able to find all the learning certification and the resources I put together. Here is also another opportunity. Anyone want to scan the QR code? So I put together, did you know who is running the largest Kubernetes cluster? Anyone know? It's a question. Who is running the largest Kubernetes cluster in the world? So the SOX is waiting for you. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, seriously. Yeah. So Google is running the largest Kubernetes cluster in the world. They used to be able to run one cluster 65,000 nodes, but now they just updated that one scale to 130,000 nodes. That's the largest. But guess what? We beat Google. We got 180,000 nodes. Yeah, seriously. Our control plane APAC, EMEA, America, and we got the sixth largest node pool, node groups. So if you haven't follow us, join our group. And also, if you scan the QR code, you also got the chance to win the swags. That's different than this one, okay? Different than Confluent sponsored here. So like some of the 50% of exam vouchers, code cloud access, etc. Okay. So share the slides, taking photos, upload to our OneDrive, and then you can download the photos as well. Okay. Yeah, please. I saw two of them scan the QR code. Yeah, socks for you. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So please, yeah, help us. Oh, which one? Where we are. Okay, this is the slides. You can share the slides. You can download the slides. And tonight the topics is awesome. Yeah, we got three. We prepared four topics, but the last speaker actually he can't join. Yeah, he somehow his flight was canceled, so he won't be able to be here. So we got three topics. The first one will be AI and API, the double helix of modern integration by Rakhitha. He's a technical leader from WSO2. And then the second topic, it's my sharing. I learned something new. It's about a next generation agentic coding with Qoder. I'm pretty sure you never heard of the Qoder. Anyone heard of this? No, never. You heard of this? Oh, you tried? Oh, serious? You got one pair of socks, okay? And I will actually share my experience. So the agentic coding, it's something really very new. There are a lot of companies rushing to build their own IDE. Okay, you heard of Amazon, they introduced the IDE, it's called Caro or Cairo. Yeah, they announced like a July sometime. And then Coda is introduced by Alibaba Cloud. So they announced it in August. And then you guys heard Google. Google announced the anti-gravity. These are similar products, all focusing on the agentic platform, agentic coding platforms. So I will do a quick sharing about the Coda, and then followed by the last topic. It's about also pretty cool topic. Guess what? The company is called Confluent. We got Justin Lee. He's here. He will share how to building smart AI with data streaming. Why Confluent is so important. Anyone knows? Anyone hold of the news? Yeah, you hold of the news? I've been paid $11 billion just acquired a Confluent. Yeah, serious. So that should be a very interesting topic. So I think Santoshi, you got a socks as well. Okay, nice catch. And yeah, focus. Okay, we will test you after the session to see if you can pass the test. You need to pass the challenge to win the swags. Okay. Last but not least, we will have the group photo. Okay. A little bit of our mission. Our mission for this community, just to empower the community to learn faster, to get certified smarter, and to grow stronger. So the astronaut program I mentioned earlier, you need to pass all AWS certifications. And then we will feature you on the global map. We already have like 200 people globally. They are fully certified on AWS. I tell you what, you don't have to complete all AWS certifications. You just focusing on the one most relevant, most critical one. You just check the job descriptions. So how many people, the most popular one, like an AWS solution architect, that's the most popular one. So the reason we do this is we want to inspire, to encourage more people continuously to learn, okay? So we also have introduced the second CubeStorm program. That's slightly harder because we see multi-cloud is a new norm. It's the new future. So very hardly you can find any enterprise only use one cloud nowadays. So once you become multi-cloud certified, you can get the CubeStorm badge. It's our community created program, certification program. So you can get the digital badge. You will be featured on our map. So if you scan the QR code earlier, you should be able to find, we got a lot of the information we shared about the learning certification and the event deals. We have a link tree, basically one link, one stop, you find out everything about the learning certification, etc. Learning resources, event, you join some of the event, you don't want to pay full price. And we also put to our landing page. Yeah, you can explore. Has anyone heard of the Cyber Week promotion? I did blast to a lot of email. You should, yeah, if you're part of our email group, you should receive it. So they announced from Linux Foundation up to 65% off. And the Code Cloud also have up to 50% off the deals. It probably already expired. Officially, they should expire like a few hours ago, but maybe they might still keep it open. That's the best deal you can find for the whole year. So thanks to our volunteers, our organizers. Without our volunteers, our organizers, we can't make it happen. I'm sorry, I haven't added our two new volunteers. They are also here. They're taking photos, help you for the check-in. Yeah, do thanks, say thanks to them, okay? Myself, Fatima is there. Siva, he's a guy was, his flight was canceled, so he won't be able to be here. We also have two and Han also helping us. Special thanks to our sponsors. So guess what? Code Cloud so far, they probably helped our community members. How many? Probably over 200, 300 people got free subscriptions. So I want to highlight, yeah, especially thanks to Code Cloud support us for a long time. And also our event sponsor for tonight, we got a Nutanix, nice place to allow us to meet here. And also we have a Confluent, we have a WSO2 and plus Qoder to support. For those of you who are not aware, we do have, even I'm not making money doing this, but we have some costs. So that's where we need some sponsor also supporting us financially a little bit, okay? Not only the food, drinks, and the venue, okay? I hope you guys understand what I'm doing. We also give away some free exam vouchers. So if you look at this year, from January up to now, we already helped 50 people. So what they won? They got one Azure certification voucher, 19,445 Kubernetes exam voucher, 31-year Code Cloud access. That doesn't include in every meetup we're giving away 6 months Code Cloud access. Okay, so next one, 18th December, you can join us as well. Okay, but we do need more sponsors. I donated all of my free vouchers. This month I donated my AWS exam vouchers. AWS exam is pretty expensive, 300 US dollars for each one. Okay, I got a free one from a part of my AWS community builder program. So I donate to the community to help other people. Only I donated my CK exam vouchers, but I don't have more freebies to donate. Okay, we need more sponsors. Help us find more sponsors. So Code Cloud, don't pay full price. So I did a comparison. I say, if you look at the Code Cloud plans, you got a standard plan, You got a pro plan, you got an AI plan. I compare it as when I fly, do you really need to fly business class every time? I think AI plane is the business class. The pro plane is like a premium economy. I don't fly premium economy either. So what I'm trying to say is the standard is the most important one, most popular one. Go with that one. That's more than enough to help you from A to B. And if even you pay business class to get certified, it's the same thing. If you want to get CK certified, Kubernetes certified, the standard already can help you. So that's why I highly recommend. That's my pick. Okay, you apply this code, you can save down to 37%. This one only for our community. From a Code Cloud website, you only find 21% off. Okay. So tonight, forget about the books. I haven't got the books. Sorry, I put together this, but I haven't got the books yet. So this one is not available for this month. Okay, hopefully in the future, yeah. And we got a few Code Cloud. We can only have two Code Cloud. One will be on drop from online. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed what we are doing. Help us spread the news. Do LinkedIn posts, tag us to help us help more community friends. So with that, that's what I want to talk about. Thank you for joining us. I hope you guys enjoy the session. And our first topic will be from Rakhitha. And he's from WSO too. He will talk about the AI API thing. Let's give him a round of applause to invite him. Anyone want to take a photo? Anyway, if you guys don't mind, I take a selfie. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So this is I don't know if this is the first time about Qoder. Now the company actually registered here in Singapore. I don't know if you guys you guys know Accra, yeah, you can find. So it's registered in the what's the building? The Lazada one. That's where Alibaba Cloud they are there. Okay, I'm going to take selfie with you guys and then we will get started. Okay, so I want to spend the less time to talk. Just give you guys some more hands-on experience. Do live in my production system. How the agentic coding tool can help you. Okay, so we will share you the slides. I'll let you guys to read later. So I'm going to jump straight to show you how it works. But before that, let me see. So this is actually, let me come back to the slides. If you guys bring your laptop, I'm hoping you guys can try by yourself. And it's so easy. So let me start from where? I'm gonna skip some of these. Let me start from here. So the evolution of AI coding. Do you know what's the most popular language? I mean, the coding language. The most popular coding language is now the natural language programming. Seriously. I'm not a developer. I don't do coding. But the landing page I'm going to show you, it's done by myself. Okay. So initially, one of my volunteer helped me create it. But now most of my enhancement, all these cool stuff, yeah, I just use the natural language programming. Okay, I simply just ask in the chat. I will show you shortly. So nowadays, they can not only do the simple task, they can do most complex task. You pretty much you just hand it over the whole thing to the AI tool to help you. So if you look back at the evolution or the timeline from the co-pilot to agentic coding, all of these are pretty new. If you look at the early before 2023, the tool only handle a little bit of the human task. So it's primarily called auxiliary coding or AI assistant coding. It can help you to do the code completion. Anyone know NES? Next edit suggestion. So if you try the VS Code or any one of the coding tool, you will see, you will understand what it looks like, what it says. Pretty much you change something, you move your code somewhere, it will suggesting what you need to do. So that's next edit suggestion. So initially only about a 30% enhancement, but in the middle, you can see the collaborative coding. AI took over more and more human tasks, unfortunately. And that was from 2024 to this year. But from late this year or second half of this year, more and more the autonomous program or autonomous workflow tools to help you to handle more and more tasks. It's already like over probably 60 or 70% job can be handled by the AI tool. So let me show you this, the tool landscape. How many of you can recognize the icon here? Huh? GitHub Copilot, Qoder. Anyone know Qoder? It's one of the disruptor. They are leading. They're leading the agentic coding. Okay. So the next one. Ah, yes, you're right. Yeah. Oh, you got a socks. Yeah, I will get you. What about this one? That's a Caro. Yeah. Amazon Caro. That's the Coder sign. What about the last one? Yeah, you're right. Replit. Anyone know Coder valuation? It's already like a 30 billion. Unbelievable. The company are moving so far. Have you guys heard the news? Google is partnering with Replit. They just announced probably yesterday or a few days ago. Replit it's also leading for the developer agentic coding stuff. Already value like a 3 billion already. Yeah. Unbelievable in the new AI era agentic coding space. So I'm glad I learned something. I tried anti-gravity, I tried Cosa, I tried Amazon Cairo. Seriously, I was trying to just fix one small thing. I tried a few tools, they can't help me. Okay, they keep asking me, you try that? If you try the AI tool, you will know. You ask something, they will give you answer, you try, and then they say, oh, you didn't fix. You ask again, then you try again. You ended up actually back and forth. You just keep trying. So one of the small things, these two didn't fix me, didn't fix my landing page. And one of my friends in Australia a few days ago, he tried a Qoder. So I also tried. They actually fixed my issues. That's why I want to give the talk to share my experiences. Okay. So the Qoder, the agentic coding platform. So they have something called Quest mode. Quest mode, that's the most advanced mode. I will show you shortly. Simply, you think about you just describe what you need to do. Let's say I just want to create an AI image generator web app. And then the AI tool, Questmo, it will help you design, plan, create the code, run the tests, everything it does by the tool. It's completely different than traditional the coding tool, just assist you code completion. Now they can help you handle multiple complex tasks, complete the whole task for you, the whole life cycle. It's more than like a traditional, you just ask one task to complete one task. Now they can handle multi-hours task behind or even few days to complete one project for you. So they also have something called Repo Wiki. This is also pretty cool. I tried it in my GitHub repo as well. So it's kind of like for me, I don't write much of the documentation, okay? And it's hard for someone to read. Or maybe in your team, you guys created some project, the guys left. Okay, that becomes a problem. Or how to understand the whole GitHub repo. So the repo wiki, it will automatically analyze the whole, repository and then help you document the project structure, help you create the dependencies, the architecture, all these are pretty cool. Give it a try. Okay. So if you guys want to give it a try, let's try. If you have your laptop, bring here, scan this particular QR code, we can get you some additional credits. You got $300 credits. I'm a big fan of the freebies. So I don't want to try some other tools. I can't really try something. I try a little bit and then started asking to pay. Okay. So that's another reason I try Coder. Yeah, they give you $300 credit, 300, it's not a dollar, okay? It's credits. So basically it's think about all the tokens. Once you use all the 300 credits, we give you more options. So they give us, you just share the screenshot. Basically, you need to download the IDE. And then once you download the IDE, you install the ID. Very much look like a VS Code, similar like a Qoder, because all of them are a clone repository from a VS Code. Okay, so same look and feel. You just need to do one thing. Ask in the chat, ask one thing, and then they're happy to give you another 1,000 credits to try more. Okay, so that's why I love this one. You just share the screenshot, you try the Qoder, and in our Discord, there is a channel called Qoder Study Group. Then you can get additional 1,000 credits to try. So with that, let me show you. If the first time you install the window, can you guys see it? Anyone use the VS Code? It's exactly the same look and feel, right? And the first time, what you need to do is you might open a project or you just clone repository from somewhere else. And then once you open, I already have two open here. So the one I open here, that's our landing page. So I can show you shortly. I show you a few features. One is they have a few moders. One is agent mode, one is ask mode, and then the quest mode. So if you are not sure what's the difference, so I asked earlier, by the way, you can even ask in other language, okay? So you can also ask the reply in your language as well. So example here, actually, let me switch to another one. So this is, I asked earlier, I don't know exactly what are the difference. Okay, let me move this side. So this is a little bit of history. So basically I ask, say, so think about this. You use ChatGPT, right? You ask a few questions, they ask you to pay. You can use this one as your behind of the scene, they are using large language models. So you can use like a ChatGPT. So for me, I asked the question earlier, what I asked is, what are the ask mode, agent mode, and the quest mode? So it give you the detailed explanation. So the ask mode, it's pretty simple. You just ask some concepts you don't know. They will give you the answer, just like you ask ChatGPT, okay? So the character example, like what did this function do? Explain the error. How do I use something? And you can get a faster response, but there is no code modification because it's ask mode, okay? And there is no persistent task tracking either. There is a limited context retention, no autonomous task execution. The agent mode on top of the ask, they actually can help you to modify the code. So I also did some try earlier. Yeah, you can try by yourself. You just ask what's the difference, or maybe you ask something else. It's similar like you ask in Gemini or ChatGPT. Quest mode is the most advanced guided multi-step project completion. You can see the functionality, structured, goal-oriented project development with milestone. What are the use case? You want to build a complete feature, use the tool. I can show you this immediately. Some more details you can, and also the comparison matrix. So I use this tool to just ask the code itself, but technically you can ask anything. So the tool can give you the answer. So this particular quest mode, I really want to show you this. So that's my landing page. You can see there are just only a few icons here. One of these is a quest mode. So when you click the quest mode, you basically just ask in the task. What I did last night is I asked to add a new feature to my landing page. So I don't have the internationalization. I don't have the Chinese support. I want to make sure my landing page have the Chinese. So what I asked here, let me just show you. I asked here, so first of all, the 3 steps, it will help you design how to internationalize your website. So you can see the objective, the background, the scope, lots of information all generated by itself. I didn't create all these. And once it completed the planning or designing for you, you got the option to say, do you want to start now? Once you click the start, it will complete all the tasks for you. And last but not least, they give you the summary, the report, what it has completed for you. Any question?
What's the original prompt?
My original prompt, it's just one line. Let me see if I can find it here. It's just one sentence. Add I18N support. And then all the whole thing is created by the tool. So what is created here? I show you this landing page. So this is my original landing page, and it added the English and the Chinese here. And not just add the icon here. If you click Chinese here, it translated the majority of these stuff to Chinese. Yeah. Do you guys like it? That definitely can help a lot of our job. Sorry? Where? Oh, this one. The bottom. Yeah. Yeah, I think so that's I tell you what, previously I also tried other tools. I tried other tools to do the Chinese. They did very little. But this tool, at least they did the majority of my web page make it in Chinese.
Click on the navigation links.
Yeah. So for example, here, but inside of these, they haven't updated yet. But majority of these, they already updated. So previously, I tried other tools, pretty much only the top. Only the navigated page changed to Chinese, but the rest, none of these. But this quest mode, it's really advanced thing. Yeah. But to your question, you're right. Yeah. What you need to do is you just ask in the chat again. You copy the English, say, oh, this hasn't been done. That's where the tool will help you to get it done. Okay. So, and the thing here, for example, this one, Linux Foundation, they probably, let me see if the promotion already ended. What I'm going to show you now is, let's say if I click this one, so if the promotion may be already finished. So if the promotion already finished, I don't need this icon, right? You just ask it in the chat to say, I want to remove that one. I don't read the code. I don't understand the code at all. Okay. But I know how to ask question. That's it. You don't need traditionally, you need to be like a very good at the coding to be able to do something. Now, as I verify, let's, yeah, I want to remove Linux Foundation pop up. I don't know if they can understand. But one thing before I click enter, there is a little icon here. Can you guys see that? Optimize input. It can help you to optimize the input to be better understood by the AI tool, which is pretty cool. Did you guys see it? Yeah. And then all you need is just about obviously you'd better to verify. Okay. And then enter. And now the tool will help you to verify, to search, to find the thing, and then help you to remove. Okay. And if you want to verify locally, you guys know, if you know the VS Code, you should be able to understand npm start. So now if you verify here, once the task finish, it should be gone. So now they already changed the file. So not only help you to adjust, also it actually automatically do the test to see if it actually does. So now it give you summary. I've successfully removed the Linux Foundation newsletter pop-up. Okay, let's see. If you do a refresh, no, it wasn't removed. Oh no, I didn't accept it. Okay, so okay, good catch. So now let's see. Sorry,
In production mode.
let me yeah, maybe let me push it to the GitHub repo and say. So before you can commit, you can also automatically give a message. So what you just adjusted. Well, all of these automatically written. Yeah. I I don't want to write all this, yeah. But it makes sense, right? All of these inputs actually make sense. All you need is just click commit and sync changes. That's it. Hopefully, it just fix this. If it doesn't fix, all the AI tools actually have something similar. You just need to copy the error message if it failed, copy the error message, copy, ask again, then the tool will help you. So in the little window here, just to give you some idea, that's where you can switch between ask or agent mode. I already showed you the quest mode. That's this is a quest mode. You just so example here earlier you asked the question. I just the chat which I ask is I18N implementation. Okay. And there is a little icon here, auto. There are multiple model you can choose. But instead you choose like a open AI, ChatGPT, or any other model. So they are doing different. They don't give you the option to choose which particular model. They might use their proprietary model, but they give you the option either auto or automate, which is cost you 1.6 tokens. Okay, or performance or efficient. They also have the light mode, which is completely free. Okay. Any questions so far? Which one is the most one you like? You like the agent mode or the quest mode? I think the quest mode, they are used for different thing. If you want to add a new feature, complete a new task, the complex task, you might need a quest mode. If you just fix one small thing like what I did, I want to remove the Linux Foundation, the cyber week pop-up, you just use the agent mode. But in addition to this, they also have something called CLI. Have you guys heard Gemini CLI? Yeah, everyone is now have their own CLI. Okay. So Qoder also have their own CLI. You just type a KODER CLI. So give you a different option. So for some people, they prefer the command line. So now you got the option. First time you log in, they actually allow you to log in. Give you the option, use the web login or use the token. Okay. So now you can ask the same question, similar question. Let's say create a, since we're at Nutanix, I give an example. Let's say create a Nutanix Kubernetes platform cluster script. I don't know how to create a Nutanix cluster, but I want to automate. You just ask, and then the tool. So similar like you ask in the agent mode or ask mode. So do you want to allow? So basically, it will give you the choice to say to allow you to access your system to be able to do something. Okay. So I'm not going to do this on my landing page. Okay, but just to give you some idea, the CLI tool is also an effective tool, allow you to do certain things. Okay. Any other question?
When you ask for the website, the website to be designed, when you ask for the website to be designed, what requirements do you give it?
What requirements?
For example, do you ask it to auto expire events? Like, for example, that event which you have to remove annually.
Yeah.
In a well-designed website, there would be a content management system.
Okay, so what type of question I can ask to? So simply, you might want to say, review my GitHub repository, review my website, optimize, or maybe improve the performance. All these can be done. You can ask the tool. Even you don't know how to ask, you can ask the tool to help you to generate
Input optimization.
Yeah, optimize the input. That is also a pretty good, cool thing. So last one I want to show you is they got something called a repo wiki. That's something to allow you to automatically to detect what's inside the GitHub repository. Maybe you joined a team, they have a project, but you don't know what's over there, and the documentation wasn't that great. So this thing can help you to automatically detect everything, generate the whole structure for you. This is what it was generated. I'm going to show you now. So for example, here, it helps you to create the project overview, table of contents, core feature, technology stack, and all of these are generated by the tool. Okay, and even the graphics, to show you how the architecture looks like. Yeah, this is also a pretty cool, another cool feature. Did I show you guys earlier? So you do have the options to choose to use your own language. Is that in the other one? Yeah. I ask the agent mode, ask mode, and the question mode in English first. Then I ask to display in Chinese. Okay. So it give you the detail, same input. Okay. So how many of you are not using AI tool at all? Anyone not using AI tool? So I also, trying to leverage more and more to help me do the work. So most of my LinkedIn posts are using AI. Yeah, I ask. So I even created something. Let me show you. Yeah. So I even make it where. So there is a special thing. I make it here. I just ask something. So I created an AI agent behind of this. I just asked, I create a LinkedIn post of this conference, this event, and then it will automatically help me create 3 different posts. Because I asked in the system prompt say to create 3 different one for me to post via my personal LinkedIn and plus my company LinkedIn page. Okay. So yeah, just try a little bit more, the AI tools. I'm pretty sure most of the AI tools can help you. So that's about a Coder. And if you want to, did anyone ask something like the MCP thing? How you can integrate? Yeah, if you go to the go to the icon here, Coder settings, you do have the option. So to choose a different MCP server, you want to integrate with other MCP. You can find a GitHub and lots of other stuff you can find it here. And a lot of the settings from the general, and you can set up some of the rules. You might have the best practice how you are writing the coding, all these best practices. You can add your customer rules here. Okay. Sorry, say it again. Yeah, can you
Graphics?
use the mic, please?
This tool, can it generate graphics?
General graphics.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, did you say this one was generated by itself? So can you see this? Yeah. So you read your GitHub repository and help you to generate the diagram. Okay. So for example, here it wasn't displayed earlier, and once you click regenerate, it will generate the diagram for you. And then you can zoom as well. Yeah, let me see how to zoom. Yeah, you can zoom, you can move around. Okay,
So no, like small businesses, right? They'll hire a small shop to do a small website. Can this do the work? Because what you said just now is just a landing page. So can you create a small website of a small business entirely using this tool?
well, of course, that's if you want to create the complete a new project, that's where the quest mode. So you just ask the chat, how do you want to, let's say I want to create a website for my coffee shop. And then it will help you to plan to create the whole stuff.
Okay, so now everybody can do vibe coding and then put all these small website creation businesses out of business.
Well, literally with the AI coding tools, everyone is a developer. Yeah, seriously, everyone is a developer.
So every day can do vibe coding.
Oh, everyone can use the tool to help you. Yeah. And they not only use one, you can use multiple tools to do, and you can parallel to do something and then collaborate. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Not a problem. Yeah. So the market is shifting. Yeah. The IT environment is changing. If we're not learning, yeah, we were definitely left behind. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I hope this is useful to you guys. Yeah. Give it a try. If I'm coming back here, so give it a try. Yeah, scan the QR code. You can get 300 credits, and then you. Did I share you these slides? So you scan this QR code, you can find the slides. So you can click the link, you can find all the details. And I will share you the rest of the slides as well. So how much? 300 credit, probably $20 or something. I could be wrong. I'm just guessing. Yeah, typically the most of the AI coding tools they charge $20 per month. Roughly, yeah, more or less, yeah. So the other good thing is I love this tool is let me log in, I show you. You can invite your friends and you can get some extra credits to use. That's why I love this the tool, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So
just a one question.
yeah,
Which is
go ahead.
the model being used in the background and like the code that it generates, do you store it somewhere for training?
That's a good question. I don't really know, but to the large language model, I did ask them. They say they are using their own proprietary models. They are trying to find. They might also use the other large language model, but they don't disclose. So what they describe is they find the best model to do the work.
So there is no option to like switch model
You
per
can
my choice.
Okay. So the choice you have is you can choose different. Yeah, where is the window? Let me show you. So you can choose different options,
Yeah.
either ultimate performance efficient or light. You don't get choose the which model you are using.
Okay.
So what they say is they are find the best model to do the work. That's it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks.
no problem. So yeah, you can have a look of these or details of the programming. I'm going to show you one more very important thing. Anyone actually do coding more? This is a good thing. Do you want to join the ambassador program? I love to collect the digital badges, have different titles. I don't mind yeah, I don't mind to, I actually applied. Okay. That's why I do the talk. I want to say, I want to become an ambassador. Yeah.
AI coding.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Yeah. That's a great, to be an ambassador. So hopefully they can give you some more benefits, more credits. You can try all different things.
Very frustrating. Go round and round and round.
Yeah, yeah. If you try, unless you tried it, you don't know what it is, looks like. I tried, to fix one thing is when I choose my web page like KSUG.AI /astronaut/CubeStrong, I want to display different logo, different thumbnail. So I tried other tool, they just give me a back and forth. I tried many times, I can't fix. Coder actually helped me fix that. Yeah.
Our coder would try to write an MCP tool or write an A2A agent,
Uh-huh.
you will die.
Oh, seriously.
Yeah. And the problem is there's no documentation.
Ah, okay.
Documentation is out.
Okay. Oh, that's good to know. Yeah. But all these tools are still evolving, still because all of these are very new. Yeah. Okay. I hope this session is helpful to you guys. Give it a try and join our Discord, and you can get some extra credits. That's all from my side, unless you guys have any other questions. Otherwise, I'm going to hand it over to Justin. He is so excited. He can't wait to, yeah. Thank you,
Thank you
guys.
very much.
You can use this.
Perfect. All right. Hello. Thanks everybody for sticking around. It's getting a little bit late, so I figure I'll try to go a little bit faster, but we'll see how it goes. My name is Justin Lee. I am a principal solutions engineer at Confluent. Yeah, that's what I do. Today we're going to be talking about why we think it's important to have up-to-date information for your AI, right? So if you're starting to do AI things, right? And what actually I'm going to step back, right? So let's start with framing the conversation. What is generative AI and how is it different from general machine learning, right? Machine learning's been a thing for a while. It's not new, right? You build a model, right? You do a bunch of vector calculus under the hood, and you build a thing that you provide a static input, or a well-structured input, and you effectively get a well-structured output. You know what's going in, you know what's coming out. It has a fixed structure, semantics for both. And generative AI, and kind of by association, agentic AI, changes that, right? We've moved to this idea that you have this model that you call via an API, and you can interact with it in a very different way, right? Rather than saying, oh, I need to pass in like these 4 numbers and get a 1 number out or whatever, right? Get a specific response. You can interact with it with basically natural language, human language. I speak English, so I can speak English, or I could type English, send it to my LLM, and I'll get a usable
response, right? Something that makes sense to me as a human rather than something that makes sense to a computer. And so that's foundationally very different from the history, right? Like going back to the Qoder work, right? We can now have a system that will build code for us just by interacting with it as a user, as a, hey, I want to update my website. I want to introduce a new language profile for my users. And so I run that and I don't have to know code, right? We can just do that. And so that's kind of the way I see generative AI. And then from there, we kind of go into this idea of agentic AI, right? And like as a high level, I like to think about agentic AI as it's AI that has agency, right? It's depending on who you talk to, depending on who you're working with, depending on your interaction with this, agentic AI is kind of a very fuzzy term. But what it really means, at least from my perspective and from our perspective, is it's this ability to run a service, run a thing that interacts with the outside world, right? It has a view of the outside world, and then potentially it can make calls to the outside world. It can interact, it can do things with the outside world, right? So that's kind of framing the conversation. And we're starting to see more and more businesses actually using this to build things, right? Like everybody's familiar with like, oh, I can go to ChatGPT and ask it what's the weather, or I can ask it like, tell me about X, right? Something I don't know. Use it for learning. That's very helpful. We also see things like vibe coding, right? Saying, hey, I'm not an experienced developer. Maybe I know a little bit enough. I know a little bit of JavaScript. I know a little bit of Java. I know a little bit of Python. I want to build something. I know what I want. And so you can use AI to do that, right? But what I'm really focusing on here is this idea that we want to build services to provide value to the larger business, right? So this is things like maybe I'm building internal tooling that my internal stakeholders will use, right? One of the use cases we were talking about with one of our customers last week was, hey, as a relationship manager at a financial services organization, if a customer comes in, I'm going to use AI to tell me all about that customer's profile, all their stocks, all their bonds, all their assets, and come up with, help me generate recommendations, right? So this could be internal tooling. We can also build external tooling. Things like, hey, I am a traveler. I travel a lot, or I used to travel a lot, travel less now. And I am going to Seattle in a couple of weeks for my company's event. And I need to know the status of my flight. And so maybe I'm like on my way to the airport or getting ready to go to the airport, and I want to know what's going on. So I can ask a thing, right? I can ask a chatbot, whatever, what's going on with my flight. And it needs to, and it knows, it's able to look things up, and it's able to interact with my systems or the airline systems and provide useful information. And one of the things we're starting to realize, or our users are starting to realize, is that as you're building these services, it is critically important that the services have access to trustworthy, up-to-date information, right? If I'm trying to reschedule my flight because it's delayed, or if I missed a flight, the system that's actually doing that, if I'm building an AI system, needs to know the status of all the flights. It needs to know the status of all the weather. It needs to know my personal preferences and how much money I've spent. And maybe like, oh, Justin likes to fly in premium economy on really long haul flights, right? And it's really important, and it's for all that data to be up to date when we're actually building, or when these services are actually running. So our thesis here, and we're seeing this play out with many of our customers, is that in order to build actual usable production AI services, you need to be able to provide actual real-time, up-to-date information that's accurate to your systems, to your AI services. Right, so what does that mean? Like, what does that look like architecturally? So we kind of go back to this paradigm shift that occurred maybe, call it 15 years ago, because I'm getting kind of old now. This idea that like you moved from a monolithic application, right, a big giant application built with some COBOL or something, to moving to microservices, right? You have a big application. You say, hey, we want to make this more scalable. We're going to break this into little services. All the little services talk to each other. That's great, right? That happened 10, 15 years ago. And I mean, obviously, Kubernetes is a big part of that, right? We're here at Nutanix. Kubernetes makes it really easy to do this sort of architecture. What we're seeing in the AI space is kind of an extension of that, right? when I think about AI agents, one of the ways you can think about it is basically a microservice that does AI or uses AI or leverages AI, right? So rather than having a microservice that has like effectively hard-coded logic, you can have a microservice that accepts something closer to human language input and is able to make an API call to an LLM, and then maybe make some calls to various MCP servers to call tools or gather information, et cetera, et cetera. And you have the same basic, like, it is a microservice, but it's an AI empowered microservice, right? So this is kind of like directionally how we're seeing customers build AI services is you still follow this general pattern of it's an AI microservice, right? And these services, again, need access to information, right? Right. So things like, hey, I have an external vector database that has all this context about my business. I need to look up my current user's flight history or my customer's bank information, right? And we start building this ecosystem of tooling where everything goes together. And what we've seen is, I think conceptually, none of this is all that novel, although some people don't really think about it until you get to the production stage. But what becomes really hard is this idea that, like, hey, we want to do this. We want to provide access to real-time data to our real-time AI systems. How do I actually do that? Especially with these larger organizations that have a lot of, I'll call it legacy data systems, right? Maybe that's not the nicest word, but like you have stuff in mainframe, right? You have stuff in old relational databases. You have stuff that's raw files, right? All these older systems, like maybe these are getting updated by users as they're interacting with their systems, but it's all like really old systems. And it's how do you integrate that all into a data ecosystem and make it available to your AI, right? That's the problem, and that's hard to do. And that's kind of the problem that we at Confluent are trying to solve, right? What we've done over the past several years, right? So stepping back, right? Confluent was known as the Kafka company, right? We were founded by the creators of Apache Kafka at LinkedIn. We have, over the last several years, built on that ecosystem. So we are basically building a data processing platform, right? Put all your data into Confluent, we process it for you, we make it easier for you to get access to it, we make it easier for you to have enriched data, we make sure that it's up to date, and we make sure that it's available to you in real time. And that kind of matches what we're seeing with customers' need, right? That's like, if you're actually building AI services, that's exactly what you need when you get to production. So we think about this kind of with this high-level architecture, right? You have all of these existing data sources, right? I'm not going to name them, but like a few of the ones you'll probably recognize, you'll see like Tipico, Oracle, Splunk, right? Systems where your data already exists, systems that are part of what you're doing with your business. And we can connect to all that. We can pull all the data out of all those systems. We can put it into a Kafka system, Kafka cluster. We can process it, right? We have a system, fully managed offering based on Apache Flink, where we can take the data that's coming in and process and enrich and filter and do all the things that makes it more usable to clients and consumers. And then we can send it out as data products, right? Either to downstream systems or maybe to your data warehouse, data lake, whatever needs it. Maybe you have clients that need access to the data. We're building a data stream processing platform that has up-to-date data for whoever needs it. And going back to AI, that's how you do this. That's how you build, build systems, production systems with AI, right? Or at least one of the key ingredients is this real-time data. And so we have two high-level patterns here, right? I think the first obvious pattern is this idea of we have all of this continuous data streaming through Kafka, right? We have up-to-date enriched data products, information about your business that is consumable and structured and trustworthy, et cetera, governed. And we can make that directly accessible to AI services via MCP, right? So that's something we're working on building. And the other thing that we're working on building, or actually this is something available today, is this idea that you already have events coming in from your business, right? Yeah. Regardless of what those events are, right? Maybe it's customer transactions, maybe it's customer interactions, maybe it's trades, right? Maybe it's purchases. We have all these events that we want to interact with or that we want to do AI things with, right? Maybe that's fraud detection, maybe it's something else. And so, and all those events are already flowing through Kafka. Why don't we just put the AI agent in Kafka or in Confluent, right? So what it can do for you is we can run an AI agent fully managed in the cloud and have it interact with or operate off, trigger off of every single event that comes through, right? So for example, we could have a system where every time we get notification that a flight has changed or a flight is delayed, we could trigger off of that and start a process where we say, hey, we have all of these 100 customers that need to be reallocated to other flights, right? And that's handled by AI, right? AI can actually do the routing or the positioning of people on different flights. But the trigger is already known to us. We already have that up-to-date information about where all of our users are and where all of our customers are and where all our flights are and where all the planes are and what the weather's like. And we can start building that service, building those AI integrations, building those AI things directly into Confluent. And so we're building basically all of this, right? Part of this is available today. Streaming agents are available today. Part of this is coming soon. Context Engine was announced at our big conference, I guess a month or two ago. And our goal here, again, is if you're trying to build production-grade AI-based systems that users are going to interact with, whether they're internal or external, you need to make sure that they have access to production-grade data and that they have access to that production-grade data when it's as soon as it's ready, right? Immediately. Right? You can't do it late. So I had a demo scheduled, or I had a demo put together, and then I was told that I only had 15 minutes, so I canceled the demo, but I still have the demo slide, right? So no demo, I'm sorry, I could do it separately if you want. But basically, this is what it would look like, right? You have a databases, information about users, information about products that are being purchased, and then you have orders, right? Orders coming in from an ordering system, right? Maybe you're a vendor of some sort. And we have the fully managed Flink offering, right? Flink is, for those who are unaware, Flink is another open source project that can basically process data as it's flowing through Kafka or through other systems. And we can combine those pieces of information into fully enriched, like here is a full set of information about an order that a user has placed, rather than having a separate user table and a separate product table and a separate order table, right? We put it all into one single event. And then we can take the streaming agent, right? Build this Flink-based service that reads those events, reads those orders coming in, and maybe we want to do something with that, right? So maybe we want to do, in this particular case, we're doing price matching. Every time a customer places an order, we're going to automatically verify that they're getting the best possible price. So we've built, I do not have the demo running because my computer's not hooked up. I apologize. We have this idea like, hey, every time an enriched order comes in, we can take that. We can build basically an LLM prompt. We're going to enrich it with some external tooling. So we're going to gather information about our competitors' prices. We're going to put it all together. We're going to say, hey, we noticed you purchased this thing. It's actually cheaper somewhere else. Rather than building a bad customer experience where they say, hey, I realized I could have bought this cheaper somewhere else, we're going to automatically refund them the difference. And this is like kind of not super uncommon pattern, right? Like we want to make sure that our customers have getting good value out of the products. And so this is a thing that you can actually build fairly easily, right? And so the idea again is we want to be able to provide enriched, enhanced, trustworthy data to our AI services. We want to have that data available as soon as it's available to the business. And then maybe we want to actually operate off of that as soon as we have it. And that's the high level vision. So 3 takeaways, I think, kind of 3-ish, right? First, AI systems need trustworthy, up-to-date contextual information. We need to have anything you're providing, anytime you're doing something production grade, you need to make sure that the data you're providing to it is trustworthy, and it's also up to date. There's a couple ways to do this, right? You can expose the data directly via MCP or some other protocol, or you can actually directly receive the data and process the data as it comes in, right? Process events as they come in, because that's when you need it. And then from a vendor perspective, right, we're Confluent. This is something we have built. We have customers doing this today. And yeah, it's great. Sorry. Oh, all done. Any questions? Sorry, next time I'll do the demo. I wasn't sure how long I would have, so I apologize for that.
How to configure your streaming agent?
Yeah, so from our perspective, right, there's a couple ways to do this, right? Streaming agents, again, generically is kind of a vague term, right? One way you could do it, if you're doing it yourself, is you could build just a service that is consuming data out of a Kafka topic or something else, and every time it receives a message, makes an API call to LLM, right? That's one way to do it. In Confluent Cloud, we expose a fully managed Flink offering that can do this for you, right? So the way that looks is you put in an endpoint to your LLM, right? Whatever that happens to be, right? ChatGPT, OpenAI, et cetera, blah, blah, blah. Put in the token or credentials. And then we can basically interact with that on a per event basis, right? So I should have put this.
How do you tell the agent to do something?
Yeah, so I should have put this in the demo. I apologize. Right, at a very high level, right? Assuming you have a message coming in saying Justin has purchased a TV, right? Or we have a series of events that say user X has purchased Y, right? At Z price, right? You build a SQL query, or you craft a SQL query that wraps that into an LLM prompt, right? So you say, based on these three fields in the source, generate LLM prompt that says make an API, here are the tools available to you, right? MCP tools, one of them is going to be a webhook.
You essentially build the streaming agent.
Yeah, you're building the streaming agent in the cloud, right? You're basically defining it with our DSL, and then we run it for you. Right? Any other questions? Sorry, I could have made this a lot longer, but I figured this was a good place to stop since this evening. All right. Yeah, I got one more slide. Scan the thing, learn about Confluent, learn about Kafka. Feel free to ask me any questions either now or later. Have a good evening.
It's always
Any question? No
No
more
more
questions?
questions? That's fine. It's late. I realize it's late.
So ready for the test? Yeah. Let's give him a round of applause. Yeah, thanks, Justin.
Thank you.
So the next part, we're going to test you. And we have Fatima. She will run through the quiz.
You have it logged in? Should I bring my laptop? Hi. Yeah. So Slido, this is the first time that we are using this. So in case there's a hiccup, please forgive us. Okay, let's get started with the first question. Let me present. So you're going to have to go to slido.com, enter the code, and then you'll be right in the quiz. Okay. There's a div slash. Is that an actual user though? Yeah, no. You've got 22 people. If anyone's having a difficulty, please raise your hand, then we'll be here with you. Okay. Do we have everyone? Okay, okay, sure. No rush. $28. LLM God. Okay. Self-proclamation much. Okay. It's stopped at 29. Okay. Yep. The first question, here it goes. If all of you've got it, we'll reveal the answer. Seems like an easy one. Okay. Okay. So next one. Which one is not available? Coder IDE, Coder CLI, JetBrains plugin, VS Code plugin. Okay. Okay, 22% got it right. Okay. Third question. Which one is not in the same category? Pick the odd one out. Okay. All right. So this one's from Rakhitha. What are some ways to build AI agents that produce actual value? Write code your way to success. Sounds fun. Oh, 25%. Okay. Vibe coders here. Okay. Okay. Next question. Fifth one. What are key aspects of agentic AI? Based on what Yongkang said, it is magic. Yes. It does everything for you. Okay. 2, 1. Okay. It is magic for the 5% of the people here. So the answer is that one. What does Confluent do? Metamorphosis. Okay. 100% right. What do you call it when LLMs make up plausible but inaccurate facts? Okay, now for the poll. Semantic drift, 17%. Okay. Hallucination. So what's prompt decoration then? Adding hidden or extra instructions around the prompt to influence an LLM's behavior, remove unnecessary words from a prompt to shorten it. Emojis and colors, okay. Tempting choice. Okay, now for the answer, the first one. Okay, the next question. Model context protocol. So this is the last question. Then we're gonna have the leaderboards. Not bad. Okay. Now we're gonna have to reveal the leaderboard that will display us the winners. Div/. That's an actual user? Oh, okay. Yeah, I think a lot of answers, most of you got right. I think it's maybe the timing. Keyboard warriors. Div/, everybody. Please come over, please come over. Photo. Thank you. Thank you, Div/. Caroline. Caroline? Do we have a Caroline? Huh? Oh, it's an online attendee. Okay, we're just gonna have to get the email then. Okay. Is there a Joe? Okay. If Caroline is able to hear us, please drop your email on the chat. We're gonna forward the gift over to you. Richard, do we have a Richard here? Hello. Hi. Please come on. Yeah, please come over. Yeah. Okay. Then number 4, we have Cyril. Cyril, hello. Congratulations on number 4. And number 5, we have our very own Han. He's volunteering with us for the first time. Please come over. So big round of applause for Han. Perfect. Okay. I think that's about it. We wrapped the quiz up. Thanks everybody for coming tonight. Have a good night ahead.